망설이지 마. Alright. I don't want a best friend. 너도 나와 같은 맘이야.
We're continuing our Sichuan food tour here in LeShan. It is a city just about an hour away from Chengdu. This city is known to have this LeShan giant Buddha, which is the largest stone-carved Buddha in the world. And it is also declared as the World Heritage Site by UNESCO. This city not only has this giant Buddha that's behind me, they also have amazing food scene. And people from Chengdu also drive all the way here just to get the food. There's so many dishes on my list, so let's see if I can get through this within 24 hours. Bo chicken is also a very popular Sichuan snack. It's originally from LeShan. The original idea of it is actually bone-free chicken in a pottery bowl. But nowadays, it has evolved into skewers with either vegetables or meat, and you dip into a sauce that's made of chicken broth and chili oil. I remember 20 years ago, I came to LeShan for the first time. I had this bo chicken, and one bite of chicken, I have to eat the whole watermelon just to offset the spiciness. So hopefully my spice tolerance has increased over the years. So we're gonna select all the ingredients from this giant shelf. This is the veggie section. I love this Sichuan veggie, so good. And potatoes. And more meat. We have to eat the skin of the chicken feet. And maybe some intestines, because we love organs, don't we? So all the ingredients are cooked already. You just dip into this sauce like this. And then until it sucks all the sauce, and that's it. I think now we can eat. First, I'm gonna eat this special Sichuan vegetable. It's called gong cai, apparently. The sauce is so good. It's like aroma of chili and the oil. It's not too spicy, and then the aftertaste has a sweetness with all the spices and herbs, I think. And this veggie is so crunchy because it's cold, so it's also quite refreshing actually. People love chicken feet skin here. Because there's no bone and it's extra crunchy, and then there's also the tendon taste, so it's like soft, but then you can also taste the fold from the chicken feet and then, like the skin. Gizzard. The sauce is so good, so fragrant, so much flavor. It is not too spicy in the beginning, but the more you eat it, it gets there. It's like, now it's really getting me. And well, the magic of it is that I can't stop eating, even though it's really spicy right now. My mouth is numbing, my tongue, I can't feel it anymore, but I just can't stop this action. One last one, and then I'll stop. Maybe one more. One more. Okay, I'll stop. No more. We got this rice dessert with a special brown sugar syrup from here. The brown sugar is very smooth. It's very different from like the brown sugar syrup we get elsewhere. And this dessert, like this pudding type of thing, is like very soft, but the taste is like, it's like rice, which is kind of interesting. Oh, I love this texture. The brown sugar is also not too sweet, but there's like, it's so smooth that you kind of can feel the particles kind of like melts in your mouth. I've never had this pudding thing before. Like, I thought it's gonna taste like bland and nothing, but because it was made from rice, so it has like very rich rice flavor. Aroma from rice. That's a better way to put it. The translation of chow chow beef is interesting. It means you eat beef when crossing your legs. And the idea of it is apparently after a whole day of hard work, you eat beef, you cross your legs, and all the troubles will go away. I really love the mindset and the idea behind this, and people here are just so laid back. This is also a non-spicy dish here in LeShan, and we're in front of a store that's a go-to for this chow chow beef, and I'm very excited to try. First up, a bowl of beef and the soup. Looks so good already. Cheers. Wow. Wow. That's so much flavor. There's a lot of herbs and there's cabbage and all the taste of the beef, the broth. At the same time, in the end, there's like a white pepper kick. I really hope I don't get too many bowls of rice with this. That's too many carbs. Now let's dip the beef into the spice mix. Again, beef stomach. I guess that's what they like here. This chili mix is also really good. It really enhances the flavor. I guess because you have all the parts of beef in one pot, so every bite you have is like a texture explosion. You have the softness, the tenderness, at the same time you also taste al dente, and then the chewiness, and also the crunch. This is also soft, this is tender. So good. Another signature dish here is mapo tofu with pig's brain. I am very adventurous, so I'm gonna try. Let's do this. Wow, this is really good. The texture is very interesting because both tofu and pig springs are soft. But the difference is tofu melts and doesn't leave any taste in your mouth, but then the pig spring has this meaty texture and flavor in it. So the combination of this is like soft, but still leaves all the mark in your brain, in your mouth, and your heart. Who says Sichuan only has spicy food? One of the most iconic dishes here in LeShan is tianpiya, which means sweet-skinned duck. The idea of it is to brine the duck and trench it with sweet syrup. It sounds amazing already. And 3 stores in LeShan, one of them sells this type of duck. I've never had it before, so I'm gonna give it a try and see if it's worth bringing the gift back home. So we went to 2 stores for the sweet skin duck, and I got it all mixed here. Let's see which one tastes better. Okay, this is this. Okay, let's try the first one first. It's very flavorful. Outside is sweet, but it's not too much. And the meat itself is a bit more firm because it was so cold, so it's more chewy. But the skin isn't too crispy, to be honest. So now let's try the second one, which is this. This skin is definitely crispier and it's on the sweeter side. There's like more fat between the skin and the meat. But the duck meat itself, I felt like this one has less of this brine taste versus the other one, but the skin was sweeter, so it gives an extra flavor. So now I've tried both. Depending what you like though, I felt like the first one, which is 照鸭子, has much more brine flavor in terms of the duck. The skin is less sweet, but the other one, on the other hand, I prefer it with a crispier skin, much fatter skin and meat layer. And the meat itself is less tasty. So again, I'm gonna try. Wow, the color looks really good already. You can see the syrup glaze on top of the duck. I wanna dig in. Hello. The skin is sweet with a little crunch. It's like crispy at the same time. This is really, really good. Can you hear the crunch? It's like you eating Beijing duck, but then the sauce is already on top of the duck. It was definitely brined before, so you can taste all the 5 spices and herbs in the meat. And it's interesting because the skin was caramelized and was a bit sweet, but the meat was not sweet at all. So I really love the combination. I'm gonna eat a bit of the skin again because it's so good. It's sweet, but you also have the herb aftertaste in the skin. I think this is the best sweet skin duck I've had in LeShan so far. Can I stop eating? More bite. Every culture has their version of fried food. One of the Chinese childhood memories is fried skewers after school because parents will never allow it, so it tastes extra delicious. And one of the must-try items here in LeShan is also fried skewers. I'm an adult now, so I'm gonna take that for dinner. First, I'm gonna try the pork belly. It's really thick, and there's sesame on top of it. It's so fragrant. It's crispy, but at the same time, because it's fried, all the juices were preserved inside. So flavorful, it's just so good. I can't talk. Next, I'm gonna try the potato slice. Also good. It's softer than expected. All the surface covered with the sauce, which is really good because it's like you have the chili, you have the sesame, you have the spring onions, all in one bite. There's still the crunch. Full of aroma in my mouth. This is the tendon of the chicken feet. I've never had it like alone. It's very crunchy. It's like not the soft tendon that beef has, but it's more on the crunch side. It's crispy at the same time, and then there's like meat flavor in it, so it's kind of, this is like covered with all the sauces. It's really good because you actually don't have to work too hard for the chicken feet, and you have like everything in one bite. It's a better alternative than eating chicken feet. This is a must-have when you eat spicy food here in Sichuan. It's like soya milk. It really helps to offset the spiciness. And you only get it in Sichuan, this brand, I think. But we take it every time when we eat something. This is called konjac. It's your best friend when you're on diet because it's 0 calories. Especially good when you're eating fried food because the item itself has no calorie. It's like pudding. Super soft and moist. Then I'll have shrimp. You have to use your mouth to de-skin the shrimp because then you eat all the flavors, all the spices in one bite, and then you have the flavorful meat. is one of the most common dim sum item we find. And siumai in LeShan is apparently very different. They're known to have a more translucent and thinner skin. I have never had a thinner kind of siumai, so let's check it out. So first up, we got this shiitake mushroom and pork shumai. You have to dip into the spicy sauce, I guess. It's Sichuan after all. See if I can put it in one bite. Really strong flavor of shiitake mushroom. And it's like blends so well with the meat because the skin is so thin, so it kind of like slips down and you can't really taste the skin, but at the same time it gives the aroma and fragrance. Next up, I'm gonna try the crab meat one. It's like the crab aroma explodes in your mouth the moment you bite into it. It's savory. There's like this sea taste, but not so much. You can also taste the spring onion, which adds like a little touch to this shumai. It's very different from the dim sum shumai, I'd say. Tofu bring or tofu pudding is probably one of the most popular breakfast items here in China. Depending on the region, you can either have it savory or sweet. And Northern Chinese or Southern Chinese usually have a fight about it to see which one's better. And in the Sichuan region, people usually eat this spicy. I don't know how I feel about this, but I'm willing to give it a try. You know what it feels like? It's like hot broth poured over on a very silken tofu. It's like a lot of texture all in one. There's a crunch from peanut, softness from tofu, the aroma from eggs, and then chili oil, spicy. Also the sweetness from the fried dough. And then you also have pig intestine, so it like gives them the extra delicious flavor. And tofu is also so soft, it's like melting. And then you have like a flavor explosion all in one. This is so good. I think I can convert myself from a sweet tofu brain person to a spicy one.